character and resolve of the team to come back from such a shocking start?
Oh, it was really good to come back. Obviously, we don't want to start games like that. It's not the best way to start the games. We know that we are capable to win games without conceding goals too. Even more at Old Trafford, that we had a great record, and we still have the record, a great record here at home. We don't want to concede goals. We want to keep as much clean sheets as great record here at home. We don't want to concede goals. We want to keep as much clean sheets as we can. But we concede. But after that, we had a great response. We kept calm. We kept on the game. We did the right things. We kept the ball. We take the risks whenever we had to take it. We create a lot of chances. We could have scored more goals. But at the end, it's like the end product. The end product was really good. 3-2, 3 points, and that's the most important thing.
How important do you think Christian's goal was to get?
Still there for us, and obviously when we get that goal, it gives everyone a lift. Players on the pitch, fans on the stands, still there for us, and obviously when we get that goal, it gives everyone a lift. Players on the pitch, fans on the stands, and they know this team is capable of comeback. This club has a lot of achievements in comebacks on the games when you're losing. So they know that we're capable of that. They know we have a great spirit on the team. We have a great passion. That we will do the right things to get the result.
Now, the equaliser from Casemiro, you were involved in a free kick. Now, was that one from the training ground, or did you just make it up on the spot?
No. I saw that Marcos had a lot of space on outside of the box. I tried to give him a shoot, but my pass was a little bit high, so he had to control the ball and couldn't at the right control because the ball was not easy. But after that, he did a great control, great touch, and the cross from Rashi is what made the goal, because the ball from him is amazing in the right timing with the right pace. And after me was about getting into the goal or understanding who was in the best position, and Casa was in the best position than me. Was seeing the goal forwards. He could see all the goal, and obviously the keeper was running into the. So if I give the ball inside to Casa, he had to get back to the same place. So Casa had time he had time to control and score. So if I give the ball inside to Casa, he had to get back to the same place. So Casa had time he had time to control and score, and that was the most important for us.
You were involved in everything, the sending off and the penalty as well. Was there no doubt about the red card because you were going through, I guess, weren't you, through the middle?
Yeah, I think I was getting into the ball. I don't know if someone else could get there before me, but I don't think so. And obviously it was a clear. He held my shirt a little bit, everything. My thought in the moment was like I was getting into a 1v1 with the keeper and no one could get close. I don't know if Bolly, he was saying that 1v1 with the keeper and no one could get close. I don't know if Bolly, he was saying that he could still challenging for the ball, but I have to see it again.
Now, you've taken so many pressure penalties for United over the years. You had to wait quite a long time for this one, but were you confident about where you're going to put it?
Yeah, as I said, I have always the conversations with Craig about the penalties. One of the goalkeepers' coach. I always have a conversation with him. He always show me some videos of the goalkeeper on the penalties, and he says what he thinks. I said to him what I think. Sometimes I even speak with the keepers to understand if it comes in the moment of the game, if what I have to do, what I could do, and obviously I do different things sometimes because it depends on the keeper, it depends on what I see on the videos, it depends on the moment of the game, so that's why.
Congratulations today.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Take care.
Welcome back. So Manchester United win it 3-2. They were 2-0 down, 2-1 down, of course, at half-time. They needed to score next, Peter, and they did through Casemiro. That was a big moment in the game, actually.
I love this goal. I mean, this is so...
It's a big moment in the game, actually.
I love this goal. I mean, this is so well worked. There's no doubt about that. This is something they worked on. First of all, I'm thinking, what is he doing, Bruno? But then I realise that's what he's doing. He's playing it, and we see it here. He knows what... It's straight to Marcus Rashford, and then we track his run, and it's to Casemiro, who missed a very, very big chance in the first... And it's to Casemiro, who missed a very, very big chance in the first half, redeemed himself here, and got it back to 2-2. And from this moment, of course, you...
Yeah, it was actually really worked, well-worked set piece, to be honest. Great ball from Rashford. Bruno just that headed down. Great ball from Rashford. Bruno just that headed down to Casemiro, and like you said, he redeemed himself with a well-deserved goal.
What did we think to the red card for Joe Worrell from Nottingham?
Sure about the rule of the law, because he's not the last man here. It's inches. We're talking inches, and Howard Webb is saying that VAR should only be used for howlers, so big mistakes. So he wants a referee on the pitch to make the big decisions, and he's made that here. And from where he is, he cannot see that he is. Where he is, he cannot see that he is, inches in front of.
His covering. I still don't think, even if Worrell didn't touch him, I still don't think he gets it. So for me, it was a really harsh decision.
But Rob Jones, VAR, has got to deem that a howler.
Oh, it's a tough one. Let me watch it.
I think I honestly think it's a tough one. There's no doubt. I mean, if he's the last man, that's a red card, no doubt about that. But he isn't. We're talking inches.
Yeah.
And again, the point that Howard Webb is making, that he wants more responsibility taken by the on-field referees, which, by the way, then raises the question: why do we have VAR?
Yeah.
But that's what he wants.
Well, his answer would be to eradicate the howlers, the things they get. But you're still not sure.
I'm not sure.
For me, that is. But if you're not, if Howard Webb was on this show now, he would say, if you're not sure, that's not a howler decision.
It's not a red card. But that can only be determined by going to the red card. But that can only be determined by going to the on the team, so Forest, and also of the player. The player will then serve a 3-match suspension. Of course, they can a 3-match suspension. Of course, they can have it rescinded.
Yeah.
But it's not going to help them from that game. I'm not saying that it had an impact on the result. I'm not saying that it had an impact on the result, because we don't know. It wasn't a penalty, so it definitely didn't give Man United the goal. But the whole point that they don't step in on that. That he should be telling him he's not the last man.
If Howard Webb was on this show now, he would answer that question.
He would. I'm not saying that it had an impact on the result.
Danilo on Rashford.
I think we spoke about before about Rashford playing wide, and I think he's so much better in that position because, like I said before, he's a 1v1 specialist. When he's like this, it's so difficult to stop. And there's contact. I know, obviously, Don Hutchinson said it's harsh, but when you see here, you can see the contact on his thigh. For me, it's a definite penalty.
I agree. I think it's a penalty, no doubt.
Yeah.
We've been watching the second half with another former player who will come on the show in a minute, Ian Wright. He says it's not a penalty, so he can defend himself later on.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you've seen it before, like the way he's taking penalties. I think he's changed from his previous sort of like style. Normally he stutters and that, but from his previous sort of like style. Normally he stutters and that, but no messing about. Just pings it straight into the corner there. It's a great penalty. No goalkeeper saving that.
It really is an annoying penalty taker to face. Those steps, because he has to move all this, because he makes them like this quick, you don't know when he's going to hit the ball. That means you don't know when you can move. And that's why if he hits a penalty like that, either side, every time, he will never miss it. He hits a penalty like that, either side, every time, he will never miss a penalty. If the goalkeeper saves it, it's definitely moved too early or cut in. It really is. It's a great test. You've got to be absolutely sure what you're doing.
16 of his 19 penalties in England.
He's a good penalty taker.
Yeah. So 3 points, but as we said earlier, the next 2 games are actually Arsenal and Brighton. The next 2 games are actually Arsenal and Brighton. They have to find another gear or two.
Got to start playing better football. And also got to start playing to a style or a system that we can recognise. That is more Manchester United. You've got to have more players and then having a shot. And then that's basically everything he does in 90 minutes of football. You can't have that. Everybody's got to take part. It's early doors, it's very early in the season. 6 points. It's early doors, it's very early in the season. 6 points out of three games. I'd rather lose the points here and have something to correct from now than wait till March. Where you got to start winning every game if you want to contend.
Ten Hag spoke before the game. He spoke about obviously transitions and counter press. Game was too easy to play against. Weren't getting close enough. I thought they were better in that. The game was too easy to play against. Weren't getting close enough. I thought they were better in that aspect. I think Rashford playing wide made a difference as well. Martial didn't look sharp, which is understandable because he hasn't played. But yeah, in the next two fixtures, they are going to go long periods out with the ball. And it's important, those things, counter pressing and so we'll see. But performance was okay today. So we'll see. But performance was okay today. Lucky they actually won the game. And for Nottingham Forest, unlucky. Even with 10 men, like I said before, it still looked like they were going to score. But Man United do need to improve, in a lot of areas.
Never disappoints this Premier League, does it? What a 45 minutes that was. So much to discuss. Let's get right into it. Schmeichel was off his chair.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't believe what I was seeing here. This is a corner kick. It's a good positive. Couldn't believe what I was seeing here. This is a corner kick. It's a good positive situation for Man United. And then this happens. I mean, I'll show you in a minute how many mistakes and how much went wrong in that move. So first of all, it's one back from Man United here. I've never seen that before in my life. One back from Man United here. I've never seen that before in my life, that you actually a positive corner. Then you leave that space there. That means if the ball goes into that space, not a Man United player will header. Rashford doesn't win the tackle. He's as quick as Aviobi. Evanihi, yes. Aviobi. Evanihi, yeah. And then Onana, I don't know what Onana's doing here. He makes it easy for Evanihi. And it's 1-0. Then the restart, okay? Mm-hmm. The restart, 25 seconds after the kickoff, free kick's given away here. And this looks bad from that angle, but look at it from here. Bolly is on his own with 6 players. He doesn't even move. Look at this. Ball comes in. Not a Man United player challenged the ball. Bolly just stands there and heads it in. I mean, this is within 4 minutes of a game that I, just before kickoff, said, it's a game Manchester United.
3 minutes 47 seconds, which is the fastest they've 3 minutes 47 seconds, which is the fastest they've ever been in Premier League history. We'll come to the previous record in a moment.
But moving wide into those sort of wide areas where, he's a 1v1 specialist, when he's on it and he runs at that pace, it's so difficult to, when he's on it and he runs at that pace, it's so difficult to stop. And, he's 1v1. Goes past the defender quite easy, and Ericsson just gambles across the near post and flicks it into the top corner, which is a really good finish in that. But this is why, we spoke about Rashford playing wide, because he can create these opportunities for people to score and obviously add goals himself.
Yeah, 6 minutes against Sheffield Wednesday. Not sure who the goalkeeper was that day.
I remember that. 1998.
Correct.
I remember that. 1998.
Correct. 2-2. Sorry, 3-3 it finished. But
did it?
Yeah. Would you take 3? Let's get to the other games because Arsenal. Let's get to the other games because Arsenal are losing. They were 1 down in 57 seconds. We'll come to in the moment after this miss from Casemiro. Sorry.
When you watch it back, at first you think, he's not seen it. When you watch it back, at first you think, he's not seen it really late in that. But then you watch it back, you think, actually, it's a horrible chance to miss. And yeah, maybe,